Downloading and listening to podcasts from the Archdiocese of Denver is a very, very easy thing to do. And there's a couple different ways that you can do it. Probably the easiest way is just going to denvercatholic.org. We currently have a couple podcasts available. We have Archbishop Samuel Aquila's homilies, which you can see up on the top menu. We also have our weekly podcast from the Archdiocese of Denver. If you want to listen to any one of these shows, you can either click on the name of the show from the top menu here, and it will open up a page where it will show you the exact posts that you can listen to, and you can click on one of the posts, the one that you want to listen to. And this is listening to the podcast directly from our website. No downloads or anything necessary, just a matter of going and clicking and playing it, and it automatically will play directly off of your computer, just like that. So you can listen that way. That's an easy way of doing it. And again, you can go to any one of these shows. You can select one of the individual episodes that you want. So I'll go to the Archdiocese of Denver podcast now. And when you go to the individual subsite of denvercatholic.org, you'll see here is one of the podcasts listed. Here's another one listed. And you can just see each one, and you can scroll through and you can find which one you want to listen to. And if you want to go back and listen to the very beginning, you just click on our first podcast. It'll open up all the details. So look here on this page. So you have this, the opening image, show you a little bit about what it's about. Here's a description of what the show's about, who our guest is on this first one. We had the director of the biblical school, Ben Akers, was on the show. Now going back into it again, and I'll go back into, again, the website is denvercatholic.org. When you're on this page, you might also notice that on the main page, you can just scroll down and see whatever the latest show is. We'll have it listed chronologically. So you can either select one of the podcasts from the Archdiocese of Denver. You can select Archbishop's podcast is just listed right in there. So all of the shows that you want to find are listed right there at denvercatholic.org. And you just click on it. You look for the little play button. Again, that you've seen it on your remote control. It looks like a little triangle. You just look for the triangle on any one of the posts. And once you see that, then you can go ahead and click it, and you're going to be able to listen to the audio just like that. See, there's that little triangle play button, and you can listen to the homilies or the podcasts. Now I'm going to show you something, another way that you can make sure that you download all of the episodes of our various podcasts, and this is called subscribing. Now there's a few different ways that you could subscribe as well, but I'm going to talk about one of the primary ways. A lot of people have iPhones, they have iPods, they have other listening devices, and one of the easiest ways for you to be able to listen to these podcasts is by downloading and subscribing to them through iTunes. So I'm going to open up iTunes here on my computer. Now, when I say subscribe, first off, you're probably thinking, well, is this going to be like subscribing to a magazine? I'm going to have to pay for this. All of the media that we are offering from denvercatholic.org is free, including the podcasts. We want to make it easy for you to be able to listen to these. So if you go into the iTunes store, so over here, and I have the latest edition of iTunes, so the iTunes store link is on the left. I'll click on the iTunes Store, and it will open up, and it will show me all of the various things that Apple currently has offered in terms of music or movies or whatever, but I'm concerned about podcasts. Look up here on the top menu bar. You see where it says podcast right up here. Now, one way that you could find the show is by going to the religion and spirituality category, and there's a lot of other great podcasts, great Catholic podcasts you might want to find that aren't from the Archdiocese of Denver, or you could simply do this. With the iTunes Store selected on the left, go up to the search bar up here and just type in Archdiocese Denver and then hit enter. By doing this, it'll pop up, and right here, it pops up right away. It shows you the Archdiocese of Denver podcast, the Archbishop Aquila's homily podcast, as well as podcasts from when Archbishop Chaput was the Archbishop here in Denver. So you can subscribe to any of these. I'm going to show you just one of these, how to subscribe. I'm going to click on the Archdiocese of Denver Catholic Podcast link from iTunes. When I do this, it's going to bring up a show page. It'll show you the latest episodes, and again, you can listen to these directly from iTunes if you so choose. Or I want to be able to download these to my iPad, my iPhone, my iPod, whatever you happen to use. It's as simple as this. See the big button here that says subscribe? I'm going to click subscribe, and it's going to say, are you sure you want to subscribe to Denver Catholic from the Archdiocese of Denver podcast? I'm going to say subscribe. I want to subscribe to it. And now here's what's great. Now every time a brand new episode is available, anytime we upload one of these shows, and this is the same for the Archbishop's podcast as well as other shows that we might do in the future, every time we make a new one available, If you have iTunes open on your computer, next time you hook up your iPhone or your Android or whatever it is that you might happen to use, you'll now see that you'll have the Archdiocese of Denver selected right here, Denver Catholic, the Archdiocese of Denver podcast. It's already downloaded the latest couple episodes, and I'm telling it to show me all episodes, and it will automatically download them onto your computer when you hook up your iPhone, your iPad, or your iPod. If you have their podcast app or some other application, it should sync between your computer and your listening device, and so you can take the Archdiocese of Denver Catholic Media with you wherever you go. It's really as simple as that. So 2 different ways. You can either listen directly from denvercatholic.org, or you can subscribe to the shows automatically through services like iTunes, and Android has something different, or whatever your different listening device is. There's probably some way of capturing and downloading podcasts automatically. Just look for all the shows from the Archdiocese of Denver. Simple as that. Thanks for listening. God bless.